when y'all play Sparking Zero, do y'all ever feel like y'all don't get rewarded? I'm not talking about in ranked or anything. I'm talking about in game. I'm talking in the fight. Like, you talking about sidestepping, playing perfectly, and you feel like every time you do something right, you don't get rewarded for it, or like you don't feel like anything is earned. We're gonna talk about that after a couple matches I had. If y'all watched my last video, I had a video about how Sparking Zero with no cheese, and it wasn't that it was no cheese in that video. It was just stuff that you can find an answer to. But the more I played after that, it feels like there's nothing you can find an answer to. And if you feel like that, keep watching. Let me know what y'all think. What's good, everybody? Hope y'all good. Hope y'all chilling as usual. Cousin Swain coming at y'all with another sore throat. I don't know what has happened this year, but I have been getting sick all over the place. Well, this one might not go that bad, but I wanted to talk to y'all about some Sparking Zero. You know, I've been saying that I've been kind of not feeling this game, but it's not for like the characters or player reasons. It's been the fight system lately. Like, I don't really care about the broken characters at this point. Yeah, I'm going to complain about it, and that just comes with the broken characters. But at the moment, it has been the fight system. And I might put the matchup on the screen, but something had hit me, and it made me say, why do I feel like there's no reward in this game? Now, I know a lot of people think when I say that, like, why is there no reward for, like, rank and all that stuff? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fighting for your life and then getting something that shuts it down when you're finally like, oh, thank God. So when I say that, I mean, I had a match with somebody. I put it on the screen. It was a blue Goku. During this fight with blue Goku, he was mashing perception every second. Every second he's mashing perception. And I don't know if this is just like a glitch or not, but when it's Buhan, they said that non-charged heavies don't get perception. I don't know if it's a speed thing or not, but Buhan still does. I don't know if anybody has an answer for that. It's been happening since they announced it, so I kind of stopped doing it. But when I say that, I mean, what happened was he's mass perception every second. Every time I'm doing something, he's mass perception. And if I do a charged heavy or something, if I do some type of heavy, I'm getting perception. All right, I got knocked back. Then I realized, okay, maybe I shouldn't do any of those. Maybe I should just do jabs and vanishes. And then I get Sonic Swayed. So then I realized, wait a second. I can't do anything. I can't do either of those things. If I do a regular string, I get swayed, lose my meter. If I do a heavy, I get counterattack. Now you guys are probably like, okay, skill issue, you probably just vanish it. Yeah, that's true, that's true. But here's another thing. Let's say I do vanish and get this hit off. Let's say I do this vanish, because this happens more often than you think. Let's say you do get around this. You finally get behind your opponent, you get combo time. You just get super countered. And depending on characters, super counters do matter, because if you get super countered, let's say I hit you, and you're playing like Beast Gohan or something, and you super counter me, the damage output that you're going to do just from the Vanish War itself, or the damage output that I did before you super countered, it's gonna feel like nothing at one point. And situations like that made me feel like, why does it feel like there's nothing to feel good about fighting in this game? And it just hit me. This wasn't even a part of it, but maybe that's why I don't really care for the like spamming supers problem that some people have. Not everybody has it. Maybe that's why. Because if y'all know me, I use Candy Beam all the time. Inventor of the Candy Beam combo. Watch my last videos if you want to go holla at it, you feel me? Or watch my shorts. I always got a Candy Beam highlight with Buhan. If y'all need some Candy Beam tech, let me know. Tap into the stream at twitch.tv/SWA SWAKYJWE. Alright. But what happened is I use my Candy Beam to counter perceptions or like dash-ins because of the step back. And I'm starting to think that that's not just because of I want to use Candy Beam thing. Sometimes it is, but I'm starting to think that it's because I know that move does a whole bar of health. So why should I do a bar? Why should I string you up for a bar of damage just for it to get perception? And my thing is, if y'all guys notice, I usually don't go for full combos anymore. This is, if you guys notice, there's a lot of changes in my gameplay if you look closely. And I've caught on to them too. So I don't do full combos. What I'm saying is I'll do like one dash in and then I'll go for uppercut. Because I know that if I try to go full damage, I'll get perception. I'll do like a sweep and right into uppercut. No like stand back up or anything. Because of the perception issue. I mean, not perception. I'm gonna say super counter and all that. Any of the defensive options. I try and shorten my combos as small as I can. Unless I feel like you can't super counter, I'll probably commit to it. Stuff like that. There's another one that I do. Charge punches. Charge punches, because I've been using a lot of charge punches. I'm gonna let y'all know. The charge punches is because of UI Goku. I figured I should learn how to charge my punches than complaining about not being able to hit him, which has worked out amazingly. But the next problem is, it is the sidestep issue that's making me use it. Because in theory, and this is messed up because I'm kind of locked into doing it. I don't know if you guys are. The charge punch, I don't know why I keep doing it, but I've been struggling to find answers to people, to the whole sidestep thing, which we're going to get into that too. The whole sidestep issue where you can't hit anybody. I just been charging punches. It doesn't work often. It works like 1 out of 5 chances. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But if you charge it, if they initiate and you have a charge punch, you can get lucky and just armor those hits and they'll go into the punch. So you do get your reward. The problem is just, I shouldn't have to do that. Like, for one, that's not what the move is for. And I shouldn't have to like find things like this. One of the texts that I did find that have been working for me, not all the time. Once again, these are not guaranteed answers. These are very situational, but these are situations where I'm forced to find stuff that I think I have an answer to that might not be the real answer, but it works out a couple times. I don't know if you guys have seen lately, but I've been doing a lot of backdash sweeps. Why do I do that? Because if I sidestep, I'm just gonna whiff. If you sidestep, and I'm not talking about it in like, oh, if I sidestep. I'm talking about if I sidestep, hit you, I'm going to whiff. So I would rather backdash it and hope that I can catch you pressing a button to eliminate. Hopefully you didn't sidestep and we whiff, which I'm still going to slip through you, but the move sometimes will pull you so far, the sweep pulls you so far that you guys kind of just reset. But I shouldn't have to do things like that. If y'all want to know, I have been uploading really slowly, and it started off, I played recently, that's where this footage is coming from, but it started off because of the sidestep problem. At this point, I said I'm over characters being overly OP. I don't care anymore. I can get mad at a mid-fight, but like at this point, if that's who you want to play and how you want to play, go ahead. I don't care. There's no fighting with y'all. There's no fighting with anybody. I don't dictate how you want to play. If you want to exploit and all that stuff, go ahead. But when I am able to when you eliminate the option that lets me punish you for it, the sidestep, then that's where the problem comes from. I have no reward for anything, and that's what's been getting on my nerves in this game. Because if y'all know how I play, I'm not an anime fighter, so if y'all play anime fighters, maybe it's different. But oh, he messed up, I'm going to hurt him to show that he shouldn't do it again. But that doesn't apply to this game. It doesn't apply to this game. Every time somebody plays stupid, there's no answer to it. Because the game allows it. And I'm not saying the game should just be like, oh man, you should get punished for anything. It's just like, you struggle so much, and you're finally like, okay, I can combo, make comeback damage. You get super counter. Okay, not everybody can super counter. Let me just factor that part in. Not everybody can super counter. So, cool, whatever. But you finally get a hit off, you get super counter. You finally get them to block, you get perception, because technically there's no blocking in this game. You finally get them to sidestep and you call it out, you start whiffing out of nowhere. It feels like there's no way to actually play the game, kinda. Like, that's the best way I can say it. It feels like there's no real way to do anything in this game. Like, that has been making me not want to play this. I can go to Street Fighter, and if somebody's jumping too much, I can uppercut them to tell them to stop doing it. If you're holding it, even in Street Fighter, if you're holding parry, you can still show them not to do that. Tekken, somebody spamming the wrong move, it's a high or whatever, you can duck that, launch them, big damage, big combo, tell them to stop it. This game, you sidestep, go right behind them, hit them, and then you get perception, reset into Vanish War, and they're back to doing exactly what they were doing before. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why stop it if it's going to keep going? And that has been my biggest problem with this game at the moment. It's not even about characters being stronger than characters. And if y'all want to know my last video, the video I dropped a while back, I said I don't want to make this a rant channel because I do enjoy this game. It's just stuff like this has been making me not enjoy it, because what is there to enjoy? Not in the sense of like, what is there to enjoy because the game sucks. I'm saying if I'm playing to combo you, or if I'm playing to fight and none of that is happening, what is there to enjoy? Maybe they'll fix this game. Maybe they'll patch it. More than likely they are. I have hope for it. But at the moment, this is how I'm feeling. So I'm gonna let y'all know what's on the menu. And if y'all want to tap into the stream, come holler at me, twitch.tv/SWANKYJEE, Swanky G. I'm gonna let y'all know the menu is the menu right now. We're gonna be back on Tekken. We're gonna be playing some Tekken. If y'all stick around for that, let me know. I'm still be playing this though. We're gonna start off with this, probably going to Tekken. We'll be playing Tekken. City of Wolves coming out, Fatal Fury. Let me know if y'all playing that. I'm gonna be playing Gato for the beta. I'm gonna play his sister, Hotaru, because I don't got my Gato. Next one after that, Bleach. We're definitely on Bleach. Let me know if y'all want content on that too. I might make a little test video, see how y'all feeling about it, because I have not really been talking about it. I should. I just haven't. I just haven't. I talk about it off stream. Let me say it like that. But this is just a quick video. I'm not gonna try and stress this one out too long, because like the last videos, I think I got straight to the point. Point was there's no reward. Every time you do something, you get countered for it, and it's pretty easy to do. So there's no real answer for it. I guess I'll drop this one in there because I brought this up a few times, but I guess I'll just bring this one in here just so y'all can see where I stand. The people who's talking about spamming supers or always doing a super or something and not just throwing hands, me personally, I don't really care. And that's because I have the mindset of there's an answer to everything in this game. Now you're probably like, okay, what you were just talking about? My bad. You were probably just talking about Sonic super counter and all that, Sonic's Way and all that, blah blah blah. Those are different. If you ask me, though, those are completely different from specials, because those are what initiates you to getting there. I can't just sidestep raw special and be able to punish a perception, because there's no whiff on the perception. I know because I've tried it. But if we're talking about just throwing hands, which at this point I'm kind of like, what's the point of throwing hands if you just get super counter? At this point, I understand spamming supers. Now, where do I stand on supers? You can vanish these with the right practice. So I will say this is one of the few times where the skill does apply, because I can't vanish a lot of things. I can't vanish rush supers, if y'all don't know. I can't vanish a rush super at all. But I don't blame the person for doing that. I blame me, because if I was good, I'd be able to vanish them. So that's how I look at it. Like, it's my fault that I didn't vanish any of those things. It's not my fault that you just mass perception or Sonic Sway and I got hit though. I don't think that's my fault. I think there should be like on the first dash or something, they shouldn't be able to break your combo or something like that, you know. Revenge counter or whatever, there's answers to that one too. But there should be something like that. Like the first rep before the second dash, you should be able to keep your combo or something. You shouldn't be able to like stop it or something. I don't know. Because if you want to cash out early, I might be honest, hear me out. Because if you want to like get all your damage on the first rep, you can do a special. And but the thing is, you're draining your meter doing that. Hear me out, guys. You drain your meter doing that. If you want to go into special on the first rep. But if you want to keep going and get full damage and go for 3 reps of your combo, you risk the chances of getting super count and all that good stuff and all that good stuff. Let me know what y'all think about that one. I don't know if that's an answer or not. I came up with that on the spot though. We might be able to put some thought into it. But about the specials and throwing hands, like I say, I appreciate using characters their fullest abilities. So I have no problem with that. If y'all see me, I use Candy Beam. I try to use Kamehameha. I got to figure out what they're for. Most of the time it doesn't work, but I know that there is one setup that I do have with Kamehameha. I use Aftermath Strike, and even though some people was hating on it season 1, they're saying Bootanks is better, I did always like High Tension. Even though High Tension shouldn't have been 3 bars, but I do love high tension. That's one of my favorite options in the game too. 2 meter and a damage boost on everything. I think that's sick. So if y'all know me, I use all of those abilities. For what I don't like was like finding out that Super Vegito had a damage buff that I didn't even know about. Had finish sign or whatever. Didn't know that until after it got nerfed. And I was like, what? I've never seen this. And I liked when I seen somebody use the characters to the fullest abilities. I think that's beautiful things. It shows that you're trying to play the full character, not just limit yourself. So super spam, whatever, because for one, they got their meter, all right, use it how they want. And two, if they don't have like a full power or something, you let them get that meter. Technically, you did let them get that meter. So that's how I feel about that. How do y'all feel about the reward system in this game? Feels like a big Dragon Ball Fighter situation. Let me say it like that. Before we leave, there we go. It feels like Dragon Ball Fighter situation. I'm gonna run this down quick. Dragon Ball Fighter situation was you put one of the most strongest defensive mechanics in the game, which was reflect, and all this other stuff. Reflect, guard cancel, all that stuff. DPs, whatever. But the biggest one was reflect. And what happened was it went down this road of you add so much broken stuff that all that broken stuff does not matter because you have reflect in the game. So even though, on theory, this thing is an unseeable mix-up that takes more than half your life, you can still just get them off of you. So even if they buff throwing hands in this game, with all that stuff they added, unless they do something about perception, sonic sway, which is too easy to do, and what's it called, and super counter, then all the answers that y'all giving us doesn't really matter. If y'all don't do nothing about that. I also feel like Sonic Sway should not be able to be pressed mid block string. I think it's since they said well timed. I don't think it should be. I think light punches or just jabs should not get Sonic Swayed personally if they want it well timed. I think you should get the generic one though, where you just gut punch them or whatever, blaster wave, all that good stuff, overhead kick sometimes. I think they should put those options. But I'm out on that note. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, pull up to the stream on the Twitcher Rooney. I might be live right now. And like I always say, when a dragon's confronted, it breathes fire. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the fights on the screen. What do y'all think? I'm out. Deuce.